Shalom, everybody. So great to be with you today. I hope everybody is feeling good and healthy and feeling grateful and blessed to be with your family and, um, and just be alive and experience the wonders of life. You know, we can experience so many great things. You can go outside and you can see incredible flowers and beautiful blue sky and really enjoy the world that we're in and be able to play games with your parents and everything. So I want to share a story with you about Moshe, who was in the synagogue, just like I am in right now, and he fell asleep during services and he had a dream. And in his dream, there was God spoke to him and said, Moshe, I would love it if you would bring me 2 challahs every Shabbat. Moshe said, wow, God, I didn't know that you liked challah just like I did. I love all kinds of challah with raisins and sometimes with chocolate chips and sometimes with other things. And God said, yes, I like all those things too. And then Moshe woke up from his dream. And immediately he woke up and he said, God, I've got to give you challah. And so he told his family, he said, it was amazing. God spoke to me in a dream and said, I loved challah. And so he and his kids and his wife, they all baked a whole bunch of loaves of challah and they brought it to the synagogue. And he opened up the doors of the ark that are behind me where the Torahs are. And he put the challah in the ark because he thought that would be the best place to have, for God to have the challah. And so he tiptoed out of the synagogue and left. Well, a little bit later, Reuben, the janitor, was sweeping up, making the synagogue all clean and beautiful. And unfortunately, Reuben was very hungry. His family did not have enough food to eat. And he got on his knees in front of the ark where the Torahs were. And he said, God, please, I'm so hungry. Please help me. Give me something that I can eat. Please, help my family, please. And as he finishes his prayer, he's dusting, he opens up the ark to dust. What does he see? He sees 2 challahs in the ark. One of them even has raisins. He says, God, you heard my prayer. You gave me challah. And he did a little dance and he had a great day. And he went home and he told his family, look, I prayed to God for challah and God answered and gave me challah. And they had a Shabbat with challah for the first time in months. And they were happy. Well, after Shabbat, Moshe was wondering, you know, did I have a dream? Did God really want the challah? Was that real or was that a dream? Is it, did God really eat my challah? And so he went back to the synagogue and he went into the sanctuary and he opened up the doors of his ark, expecting to see that the challah would still be there and it was just a dream. But the challah was gone. See, Moshe didn't know that Reuben had taken it. But Moshe was amazed. God really does love challah. He says, this time I'm not going to bring you 2, I'm going to bring you 4. And one of them is going to have chocolate chips. And he went home and his family baked and they baked all the challah and they came back and Moshe said, God, I'm so glad that I can serve you this way. And he put the challah in the ark and he went on his way. Well, the next week, Moshe and his family were hungry again, and they came to the ark, and Moshe was wondering, if I do my prayer to God, will he answer? Will the challah really be there? And he said, God, please, I pray, I am so hungry, my family is hungry. Please help me like you did last week. And slowly he opened the door. And there was the challah, 4 this time. And he looked at them, and one of them looks like it had chocolate chips too. He said, God, amazing. And he went back and showed his family, and they had challah not only for Shabbat, but they had it for the coming week, and they were so happy. Well, things went on like this. Moshe would come before Shabbat and bring the challah that he would bake, and Reuben would come afterwards, after he would do the cleaning in the sanctuary, and get the challah. And neither one of them knew that it was the other person. Reuben didn't know that it was Moshe that was bringing the challah, and Moshe didn't know that it was Reuben that was taking the challah. Both of them thought that God was giving and taking. And until one day, the rabbi was in the back of the synagogue, and he was praying, and he was praying, and he noticed Reuben coming in with all this handful of challah, saying a little prayer, putting it in the ark, and then leaving. And he said, that is so strange. Why would Moshe come and put challah in the ark with the Torahs? That's crazy. But then he saw Reuben the janitor cleaning up, dusting, vacuuming, and coming up to the ark, giving a prayer, opening it up, taking the challah, and bringing it back. And the rabbi said, that is so strange. And he decided to stay and watch. And sure enough, next week, the same thing happened. And the rabbi realized what was going on. And he said, he brought them both into his office. He said, Moshe, please come and see me in my office. Reuven, please come and see me in my office. And they both came, and they kind of looked at each other, and they wondered why were they in the rabbi's office together? And the rabbi said, Moshe, why do you bring the challahs to the ark? And Moshe realized the rabbi knows. And he said, well, I had a dream that God told me to bring challah to the ark. So I was bringing it for God. And the rabbi turned to Reuven. He said, Reuven, why do you pray to God for the challah? Do you realize that when you are taking the challah, that it's Moshe that's been leaving it for you? And Reuven looked very sad, and he said, I didn't realize it. I thought it was coming from God. And both Moshe and Reuven looked sad because they thought that they were giving to God, that they were getting from God. And that special feeling about being connected with God suddenly was gone from their heart. But the rabbi had a big smile. And he said, don't you realize, Moshe, Reuven, God is not up in the sky somewhere. That Moshe, when you are giving the challah, your hands are the hands of God that give the challah to the poor. And Reuven, when you come and pray and take the challah, your hands are the hands of God taking the challah. So Moshe, you keep giving, and Reuven, you keep receiving, because your hands are the hands of God. God is when you do a mitzvah, it's God coming through you doing the mitzvah. And when you open up your heart to want to let yourself feel the love and blessing from your parents and your friends and all the goodness that they give you, that is God giving you those blessings through them. So all of us get to have, our hands get to be hands of God. Our words get to be words of God when we speak them with kindness and with blessing. I hope everybody has a beautiful, wonderful day. Wishing you the best, and a very early or late Shabbat Shalom.